Chek. Welcome back to my video blog. Today I thought I'd share an exercise with you that is one that I actually developed a long time ago, probably when I had a pretty much full head of hair as a young man. I started working with Swiss balls in 1988 and then began integrating them with weight training probably by about 1989 and developed a wide variety of exercises both on the Swiss ball and integrating weights, cables, and all sorts of apparatus. And you can see many of those exercises in my Strong and Stable, S-T-R-O-N-G-N, Stable, Strong and Stable video series, which gives you a wide variety of exercises and exercise combinations you can use, how to integrate Swiss balls and other apparatus with even machines, so you can, for people that don't want to get off the machines because they're got some sort of a love with machines, you can integrate the Swiss ball to give them the stabilizer training that they're not getting on the machines. Some of these exercises are also in my gym instructor series, which takes you through most of the common exercises used in a gym and shows you good technique. So today I wanted to share the Swiss ball lunge. Now this is a fairly advanced exercise, particularly from a balance perspective, so you have to qualify carefully whether or not you're ready to do this. First, if you can't balance well on one leg, or you're not even able to kneel on a Swiss ball, you might want to be careful with this exercise. Two, you want to start just with body weight. So I'll show you what it looks like just with body weight and give you some tips. What we want to do is first of all get our positioning right. If you're too close to the ball or too far away, it'll cause problems. The secret is you want to put your toe tips right in the center of the ball, because if your foot's not in the center of the ball, as you go down, the ball will roll away because you're not pressing on the center of the ball. Next thing you want to do is you want to remember to keep an upright posture. The tendency will be as you go down to let your trunk come forward like that. You don't want to do that. That'll overload your back, especially if you're holding on to weights. That's bad form. Pretend you have a bean bag on your head, and as you go down, you have to push the ball back a little to give yourself room. Ideally, you want to get, see, I have to push that ball back because it's crowding my legs. So I've got to get to where I can put my knee on the ground and still stay upright. So I need to take the ball back a little further. I'm pushing the ball that way. So now I'm going to go down, and right there, you see, I can comfortably get my knee to the ground and keep my trunk upright. If I didn't push the ball back right now, I'd be thrown forward like that, which would make for bad form, and it cause you to swing the weights, and you can strain your low back. So you end up going literally up, and when you come up, the brain, if you don't pay attention, because this is unstable, your tendency is going to be to use the front leg almost exclusively. But when you're coming up and down, you got to learn to not only stabilize your body and the ball, but use your back leg to distribute some of the work into the trailing leg. So I'm actually pushing up with that back leg. Then when you're ready to use weights, I like kettlebells because the handles make them easier to grab. And I love Eleiko kettlebells because they feel good to grab and they're very balanced and nice to work with. So we're going to come up, okay? Now ideally you want to take a nice deep belly breath in, activate your core, hold the breath in, touch the weights to the floor, knee just touches floor, come back up, breathe out as you pass through the sticking point. Inhale, activate the core, nice upright posture, use both front and back leg, stand up. So, depending on how many reps you want to do, you would adjust the weight. I'd also like to let you know that this does work your legs quite strongly, both the hip flexors on the trailing leg and the butt. Even if you're a big, strong Hulkamania lunge machine, if you do the exercise like I just taught you to do, I can do walking lunges quite comfortably with 2 plates aside, 225 pounds. And even doing this with 50 pounds in each arm, each hand, has a depth and a burn to the tissue that I don't get with those Olympic bar type lunges. It's because the nervous system has to ramp itself up very high to stabilize you in 3 planes of movement, and because the ball is taking you into a very, very deep lunge position at the same time, and your brain doesn't want to use that back leg as much because it's unstable, so you get huge neural drive or recruitment in the front leg, and you'll see you can get very sore in the thighs and the butt. So for those of you out there that don't want to suffer from falling ass syndrome, this is the magic exercise if you can build yourself up to it safely. So that's my tip for you today. Fantastic exercise. Remember, warm up for it, do it with body weight, practice getting your position before you add weights, pretend you got a beanbag on your head, and at the bottom of the lunge, the beanbag should not fall off. When you're doing the exercise in the upright position here, start by taking a deep diaphragmatic breath. Fill your belly, draw your transverse abdominis in, draw your belly button in. Men think of lifting your testicles. Women think of pulling your uterus back and up. Go down to the bottom of the rep, and then as you pass through the sticking point, release the air through pursed lips to keep pressure in your core. That's how you do it safely and effectively. Work one leg, then the other. Take a rest. The rest cycle will be determined by how many reps you do. If you're doing 8 to 12 reps per set, 1 minute to 90 seconds rest is plenty good. As you go up to 6 to 8 reps, you're going to go to about 2.5 minutes of rest. Once you start getting past 6 reps, you're going to need between 3.5 and 5 minutes of rest. You'll know if you're not getting enough rest because when you come back, you just won't be able to lift the weight once you get into those higher intensity zones. I wouldn't rest longer than 5 minutes or your body will start to cool down, and that means you're more likely to get hurt. So 5 minutes rest. Once you cannot maintain a decent level of performance, for example, if you start getting to the point where even on your first or second rep that you feel too challenged to hold good form, you should call it a day. Your nervous system's probably cooked and you don't want to hurt yourself. Thanks for joining me today. I'm Paul Chek. Look forward to seeing you at the Chek Exercise Coach program, so my great instructors can teach you many, many more great exercises, assessments, and all sorts of things to help you and other people in the world look good, feel good, and contribute to world happiness. Yay! See you soon.